Hi guys. So today we are going to talk about my theories about Morgan. So before we get started, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, leave a comment below the videos, and share them with your friends on social media. Chat is wide open for you guys, so let's get started. We're talking about Morganthe from Wizard101, okay? So Morganthe is known as the Shadow Queen or the Umbra Queen. She was a powerful dark wizard from Avalon and is the leader of the Umbra Legion, sister of Sir Mallory. And she was once apprentice and best student of famed wizard Morganthe. Discontented with Amber's slow and cautious training, Morgan was known to dive into shadow magic, and when she was still a young wizard, she offered the Horn Crown, a dark artifact from the world, to King Arturius following the battle which he mm, destroyed Mallory and reigned by him, and the crown turned Arturius into a pendragon, which you guys see that on my fire wizard. Oh, nonetheless, Morgan still would find her way learning magic at Ravenwood School of Magical Arts. She she really never contained her with her teaching and always strive for greater power, leading her to conduct search into astral magic like star, sun, and moon magic. Her research culminated in an experiment that nearly destroyed Wizard City. As a result, her wand and death was confiscated and she was expelled from Ravenwood. So I'm giving you guys the background of Morganthe first before I tell you my theories. Okay? So, desperate to continue practicing magic, Morganthe found her way to the world of Chrysalis, where she was held by the spider magi as the, the chosen one of the grand prophecy. It was in Chrysalis that she learned how to use shadow magic, but she failed to learn star magic at the time of the Alcazar of Radiant Judgment. She desired to learn the secrets of astral magic from the Celestians, but they refused her, spurring her to raise an army and launch an invasion of Celestia, starting with starting a decades-long war between her, Umber Legion, and the defending Celestian army. Realizing defeat was imminent, but the bones of conflict ended when Celestians summoned the Storm Titan and took out Morgan's forces, but the Titan betrayed them and sunk all of Celestia under the waves. Morganthe returned to Chrysalis to resume the army, and she would later invade and conquer Sephiria until she was taken down from her throne by the newly unified Council of Light, which was Ambrose, some of the professor teachers, Diego, Zenzen Sevensto, and the Lady of the Lake, all those characters before Chrysalis. Now, many years later, Morganthe returned to Celestia and finally mastered the astral magics she had long sought after. Believing herself to be the subject of a framed prophecy, she revived the deck of shadows from Sephoria, recovering a large portion of her power. She used astral magic to manipulate and dreaded comet Shababa and orchestrated the eternal destruction of Azteca after gaining access to it from the horn of Hurricane Vicious Sky. Then she successfully learned the song of creation from the Lords of Night. Now, Morgan returned to Chrysalis to build up her celestial choir, hold herself in the Shadow Palace in order to fully master the song and rewrite the spiral in her image. Empowering Morganthe was defeated by us, the wizard, and she lost control of the song, overwhelming her and causing her to descend adrift into the outer void. The outer void is like between space and time, like an outer dimension. So when the wizard fought Morganthe in Chrysalis, again, us, us being the wizard, she revealed her true form before defeated. As she cursed the wizard, the glass behind her broke, sucking her into space. Meaning she got thrown into space, but we don't know where she is. So, okay, so many worlds later, like in Sonopolis, we hear about Morgan again in the marketplace of ideas in the Grand Exposition. In the Great Library, we go through the Cayenne portal, and we see both the Arachna Outcast and Lost Weaver. They do their speech, and I will read you their speech. So the Arachna Outcast says, "The Shadow Queen, Destiny's gift, our dark empire she did uplift." The Lost Weaver says, the but she fell through glass and through time. But now we have vengeance when we finish this rhyme. God, these lines are terrible. It's our story. Shouldn't we write our own dialogue? Now the Arachnac says, I don't know. Something about incantations or myth. Just eat the wizard. Yeah, they are talking about Morganth falling through time also. Well, they don't know where. And we fight those two, and then they're like, no, Outcast says, wait, did Morgan actually fall through time? And the Lost People says, I don't know. Some that they forgot the line. They couldn't think of a better rhyme than sky. And well, if you saw my episode, my fire wizard. Now I have one theory about that, but I have a question that goes along with my theory too. Now, my one theory is that if Morgan fell into space and they don't know where she is and she falls into time, could it be possible that Morgan is somewhere out there in the void watching and she could come back? Is that possible? And another question is, when we were in Azteca and we were in Shababa, she brought back Malister from the dead. Now, if you remember in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, how they brought back Voldemort. Yes, I know I said his name, but when they brought him back, they had to kill Cedric to do that. And I'm wondering, what did Morganthe have to do to sacrifice to bring back Malister? You know what I'm saying? Because they never explained how they brought him back. So I'm wondering, what did Morganthe have to offer in order to bring back Malister in the game? That is my theory in question. If you have any thoughts, let me know in the comments below, and I would love to read about that. But the whole story of Morgan is pretty interesting. If you can't wait to see more of my new episodes, they'll, they're coming this February. For February 1st, was is going to be starting Sephiria, Avalon, Azteca, and Chrysalis. Then Polaris is next after that. But be aware of the storylines of Morganthe, how she gets her way. And also, a heads up, sometime in February, I'm going to be recording Super Mario Odyssey, and they will be airing sometime at the end of April into May. There are going to be 8 episodes of that. So beware and stay tuned for Super Mario Odyssey. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. If you like this live stream, catch my older live streams, and I will see you guys next time for more live streams. Have a good day, guys, if you're watching it by day, and if you're watching it by night, have a good night. Bye.